guys, how you doing? Welcome to another video. Gotcha. Don't adjust your set. That was scary. There are some scary things going on in this game. I received this replay from A. Galland from the LF clan. Shout out to you guys. And it scared me. It scared me. It's a T-29 game. And the reason it scared me is because, well, it's an American tank. And he had an absolutely fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic. And I was scared to make a video of it because I think I don't want Wargaming to see this because they may nerf the T-29. It's one of the last. Please don't nerf the T-29 Wargaming. I know that you're not planning on doing it, but it is one of the few American tanks that's really good tier for tier. And one day I think you may have some complaints from some IS-2 owners that complain that they couldn't penetrate the turret. And maybe you'll install a big weak tumor on top of it, just like the T-110E5. I hope that doesn't happen. Now guys, the reason this game, alright, okay, we got that out of the way. This game, I think he's just shooting down cover here. But you saw the beginning, the snap. It needs no nerf. No, seriously. Shoot again. Yeah, beautiful. Now, look where he is. When you saw T-29 mines, a great game, you know, you're expecting a good game. You thought, oh, he's going to the hill. He's going to use his gun depression. He's going to bounce shots off his turret and dominate because, you know, there's no artillery, yada, 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 right? And no, he did not do that. And that's why this game is, we have to watch this because he's gone to, he didn't go to the hill because this is an encounter game. And Wargaming was very, with much thought, has put the encounter base, you see the base right in front of him there, very close to the north spawn, making it almost impossible for the south spawn to win. And he did not go to the hill because that would have wasted time. He went straight to this position, knowing that the only hope the enemies have, the only hope they have, because they can't win the hill, south spawn is too far from the hill, going around the 1-2 line is a waste of time. The only chance they have of winning is to come up the east side here. So he's driven here and parked himself right here, and he's shooting down cover so that he can see people that go by and his shell won't lose penetration if someone sneaks by. The only hope the enemies have is to trundle by this passageway right here towards the cap, which his team is. They spawn beside the cap, Snapperoonie. Oh, see, when it goes through cover, it loses penetration. But I think he's hit those two shots that were absorbed there, both hit tracks, because that's how the game works, right? When you hit there's special bolts in the tracks that absorb the highly powerful penetration of the shells that hit those tracks at 1,000 meters per second. It's just the way it works. But so really, A. Galland here, you should thank two people. Number one, you should thank me for featuring your game here. And he's just getting started. Watch this, guys. It's going to be incredible. And you should thank Wargaming for designing the most ridiculous, stupid map in the game, and put the base, the encounter, right beside the north spawn. We design map. We put hill beside north spawn, so north spawn always win hill. And we have encounter mode. We put base beside north spawn as well. It is balanced. We put all Russian tanks on north spawn too. Now, like, what else could you? How could you make this map any stupider for encounter? Now here's my suggestion, which is it's very simple. It's where the teams spawn, right? the north spawn spawns closer to the entrance to the hill than the south spawn spawns. Yuri? Maybe it's a good idea we try this. Maybe we let people from south spawn a little bit closer to hill so they get to hill at same time as north spawn. What do you think of that? That's ridiculous! Duh! Why don't they just... Yeah, but then the map is asymmetrical, right? There's not that much cover in the north, there's cover in the south. It would require a total rework. But in my humble opinion, if it's for encounter mode at least, for the encounter mode, wouldn't this be a fun map if both teams spawned equidistant from the hill? Like you'd put a dot on the apex of the hill in the middle, the objective of this map, and you measure a certain distance from that dot from the north and the south, and you put the two spawns so that they're the exact same distance from the center of the hill. Okay, number one. So both teams have to travel the same amount of distance to get to the hill. That's one. And number two, put the encounter base on the hill! Yeti, I think we've come up with something. Wouldn't that make it like almost fun? Both teams spawn. Let's analyze that. Like my thought. Maybe my thought process is flawed. Both teams spawn the same distance from the hill, and we'll put the objective on the hill. That way, both teams can fight over the objective without one having an overwhelming advantage. That is crazy! Blasphemy! That is not allowed in World of Tanks. This is some weird North American idea. This is like your Coca-Cola and blue jeans. But, you know, what am I? I'm just a regular schmo, low budget, one of the smallest content creators, right? I don't have a huge following. Nobody takes me seriously. So why listen to me? What do I know? I got a better idea, Wargame. Why don't you put the encounter base right, like, see the number one, the green number one in the north there? The north spawn? Put the encounter base right on the fucking number one. Then the northern team can just spawn in the fucking base. Let's do that. That's a better idea. Let's do it your way. Let's put the encounter base right on the number one. So when the game starts, 15 players from the north side spawn in the fucking base, and then in 30 seconds the game's over. Why didn't you just do that so the south spawn doesn't have to go through the excruciating misery of having to drive up the 8-9 line and get annihilated as they go for that base in the northeast corner of the map that they have no hope of getting to? Why don't we do that instead? Then the game would only last 30, 40 seconds, and you'd make more money on consumables when people, fuck that, and they move on to the next game and buy more food and large repair kits. And that's my rant for today. I hope you enjoyed it. But Galad, you understand the map. You know that the map is broken. You went to the best position. And look what happens. Look what happens. Scary. An American tank does this. It gets 5,848 damage, 1,732 XP, and he also blocked 1,580 by armor. It's just scary stuff!